What's up, what's up, what's up? Doing another Casty cast for you guys. And literally just woke up. So if I got a morning voice, you know why. But gonna do a 2v2 from the current season. And I'm also going to be doing a couple older games, 2v2, and they're gonna be Protoss versus Protoss most likely. Gonna get Ryoji, aka Josh, in there. Some of the older players, Menace, XS Menace, or XS Rain. I think it was also Mafia Rain. So a couple players I played with back in the day, but kind of want to do some Protoss versus Protoss. So just gonna do this one game today, this morning. Maybe I'll do the other one later tonight after I get off work. So we'll see, but we'll just get right into it. We got Zone AV on the Protoss, getting a little choke of 2 gateways, and this is also Kokani, and his partner is Sword, who is top middle, and who is also on the Protoss. So we got Protoss versus Legend Evil. So he's also been on my channel. He's got a really nice, he's a really good twos player. He's also a really good ones player, and he is on the Terran here. And he's kind of in an unfortunate position. Looks like he's going to be getting boxed in by Kokani here, and then his partner is LMX Pablo 7. So his partner went with 3 gateways and a forge. I'm not sure who LMX Pablo 7 is, but I'm sure he is good. Basically everybody in LMX clan is pretty good. Same with clan Legend. And Sword, shout out to Sword. He is the SCW, I think, moderator, host. He does everything for SCW, so appreciate all his work and everything. Yeah, he's the man. So keeping the seasons going. He always keeps the website going, updated and everything. So yeah, so we got a box in from Zone and Sword here on the Terran. So we'll see. And Evil's partner is making a couple cannons for him in his base, looks like. Yeah, so it looks like the Terran is going to be completely boxed in here. We have a couple zealots coming into Sword's base here from Pablo, and he's going to try to take out a couple probes. It's just one zealot here, so it's going to try to take out a couple probes. And looks like Evil's getting attacked, but this cannon's really going to help him out. Not going to really lose any of his probes here. And I think they might just go for an attack on Pablo here. So now they're going to go for a 2 versus 1. We'll get back to the normal colors here. And it looks like Kokani is bringing a probe in here. So we'll see if he wants to build some cannons around Pablo's base to kind of box him in. And then they can both go with some type of a ton of dragoons and try to finish him off 2 versus 1. So usually in 2 versus 2 you want to get one of the players boxed in like they have right here, and then 2 versus 1 the other one, and that looks like what they're doing. And Pablo going to start making cannons all over his base, so he has some room to kind of build up, and he'll have a lot of cannons against an attack. So sending some more zealots in here, and looks like Kokani is going for a super fast, he's got super fast tech here, already has 2 gas going, and here is a fire bat. So smart move here by Evil, gonna make some fire bats here, lifted up his barracks, and going to try to sneak this into maybe Sword's base. Yeah, gonna try to sneak this into Sword's base and try to get some probe adobe. So smart move there by Evil, and Sword's got some zealots chilling right there. Might lose some of his probes. Gonna have to restim this guy. Another one coming down, and this guy coming in trying to take out these probodubs, and this cannon's gonna finish up, so that's just gonna save. That's gonna save him, and he doesn't really have to worry too much as long as he keeps these zealots here. So good job there by Sword there. He's got a couple probes. He's got 12 probes right here, so losing some mining time. So that was a good move there by Evil. And a couple cannons inside of Pablo's base, and Pablo has got a cyber on the way. He does have an extra nexus on the way for Kokanee here, and extra command center on the way for Evil. The one thing is, Evil is in a pretty bad spot, so sometimes you want to make your extra command centers on the side here. And Evil already getting, looks like he's going to be getting a quick tank drop, and he's going to get that scout off with this barracks and see that he is going to be up against a quick Reaver drop. So lifting that up, smart move there by Evil. Going to put this over here, and then start probably building a bunch of turrets here. So we'll see what Sword does here. Looks like he is getting another forge and a cyber, so it looks like he's going to go for a mass. He does have an extra nexus. He'll probably get a third nexus, and we'll see if Kokanee goes for another nexus, and I'm sure Pablo will go for another nexus. So Pablo going to be able to take this out, and Evil's partner Pablo is building some cannons, giving him a choke, which is nice, and already a drop, it looks like, at about 7 minutes in, and gonna go towards Sword here. So looks like it's an open drop here, a tank drop. Let's see if we got a Reaver on the way, and here comes that drop. Going to take a couple shots on that dropship. Gonna drop one, gonna drop two, and gonna get maybe 6 or so kills. Not too many kills. Get maybe another 4 or so. So good job there. A lot of defense here for Evil. So Evil doing a really nice job playing this one really nicely. His base is pretty congested. Here comes another drop from him, and he saved that dropship, so he might want to repair that. And it looks like we might have some storms coming from zone here, aka yeah. Oh, we got a Reaver drop coming from Kokanee here. So bottom left, he's gonna try to sneak this in, and this might be bad for Evil here. He's not gonna expect a drop coming from his bottom left side. So smart move there by Kokanee. And scan coming down from Evil. I think he's trying to see if he can try to get a drop off here. He's got 2 tanks in there. He should have repaired that drop ship. Here comes the drop, and I don't think he's gonna see it. Oh, he is gonna move. So good move there with the SCVs. He's at 46 SCVs, so we'll see if he loses any more SCVs. Not really. He's got a nice spread going on, and yeah, so this Reaver's gonna go down. So good job there by Evil. And I think Kokanee's just going to start building up and keep going with a bunch of drops here. And Sword is going with a more mass attack here. So he's got his 2 upgrades coming. He's got a lot of Dragoons. Here comes a dropship from Evil. It's got a couple SCVs in it. And looks like Pablo has a shuttle with a couple probes in it. So, and Pablo has a triple nexus here, so that'll help him out if he does get stormed. And I think Sword is going to transition into he's going to transition into a mass. So going to drop some SCVs inside of Pablo's base, and a couple of zealots over here. I don't know. I don't think I've seen a storm. I don't want to miss a storm. Looks like Pablo's going to drop these probes in here and help out his partner with building some cannons and get that defense. Here comes a drop from Kokanee. Somehow he snuck this in over here, and it's got 2 Templars and 1 Zealot. Going to pull the probes really nicely, and going to get a nice storm off. Just kind of missed it, but and now we got a big dropship from Evil right here with a lot of tanks. They're going to siege up. A lot of probes right there. and not going to be able to get any probes there. So really nice job there. Dropping one more. Nice attempt there by Evil. I think if he would have put him in the corner, that would have been a better attempt. He had 3 dropships of 6 tanks, and he has 3 extra command centers, so he is playing this one pretty nicely. And his partner's just going to probably keep cannon up for him in his base. And Sword at 190 supply, so basically maxed out. He's got 1 0-1 upgrades, and looks like Evil's going to start building inside of Pablo's base, maybe for some tanks, so in case he does get attacked. And Pablo is completely boxed in here, and Evil's going to probably put some of these tanks right here to try to take out some of these cannons. And here comes a drop, going to pull the SCVs, and not going to get that storm off. So good job there by Evil pulling, and then also not losing any of his SCVs there. So good positioning here for Evil with these tanks. Going to take out some of the choke of Kokanee. And Pablo at 166 supply. He is probably going to be getting drops really soon, and probably try to start dropping Sword here. And Evil at 147 supply, so he's slowly getting bigger. And then Kokanee at 130 supply, so a couple scans coming down. And sometimes the music's loud, sometimes it's not. Here comes the attack from Pablo. Let's see if he has any upgrades. Putting these cannons on the side to get some extra hits on the Dragoons. It's always a smart move. And we'll see. Got a little expo over here of Stargates from Sword. So we'll see if he goes maybe into some type of carriers. And Pablo going to try to start breaking out. Maybe these tanks in here will help out to try to push out with Pablo. So both the Terran and the Protoss can bust out and start going on the offensive. If I was Evil, I might want to get an expo. Here comes a drop. Gonna have to pull his SCVs. And nice quick storm coming down from Kokanee, and he's gonna get about 10 or so SCVs. So good job there by Kokanee, but didn't really get too many kills. And looks like they're gonna attack the Protoss here, but these tanks in here, I think Evil's going to start making some tanks in here, and that's really going to help out his partner against all of these Dragoons, because Sword has 111 upgrades, and he's got 2-2 on the way, 2-2-2 on the way. And here comes another drop from Kokanee. We've seen it in the past that Kokanee is a really fast dropper, so, and consistent. I think there's 2 things that make a person a good dropper: is consistency, and then also storming well. So if you do a good job storming, some players can't really storm that good, but they can continue to storm. So you need to be able to do both. And really boxing in. Here comes a drop on Evil, and going to pull the SCVs, and not going to be able to get any of the pulled SCVs. Really quick pull there from Evil. Here comes another storm. Another storm might come down. We'll see. Not at this time. So Evil is going to have 73 SCVs, 100 probes for his partner, and Evil has one tank in Pablo's base. Here's a couple shuttles that are left here, nothing in them, so does not have to worry about getting dropped. And Kokanee going to start building up his base a little more. He only has 8 gateways. Going with another drop. He's got 3 shuttles, or 3 robotics to make shuttles. Getting an upgrade. And I think Sword is going to get carriers soon. And using this tank right here nicely, Evil is taking out some of these cannons on the side. Evil really playing this one like a boss. I'm going to send these guys over, get some more vision. And Evil has a decent amount of factories here, and he's just in such a tough position to continue to get dropped. His partner building some cannons in here to help him out, and we'll see another drop getting loaded up. So gonna put a lot of zealots in here and use some corsairs. So to really distract all of these turrets here. And going to get this drop in. I don't know if he's going to see it. Not pulling right away. And going to pull right now. Going to probably storm right here. And going to lose about 14 or so of his SCVs. So still a good pull there from Evil. So he should be fine. And that tank did go down over here. There's a tank over here taking out some of these cannons. I think Pablo needs to start dropping. His partner is kind of carrying him right now. And here comes the carriers from Sword. So really containing the Protoss here and building cannons all over the map. And then I think they're going to try to spot abuse Evil here with the carriers. So we'll see if that's their plan. So yeah, so we got, it looks like 8 carriers on the way. I'm sure he's getting upgrades for his carriers as well. So he'll have 1-1 upgrades on his air. And all the players still have a lot of their probes, SCVs, and their money should be fine. We'll see if Evil accidentally does not see a drop and then loses a lot of his SCVs here. So we'll see if Evil has upgrades. No upgrades at the moment. I'm sure he's going to be getting upgrades on the way. Yeah, he's got 1-1 on the way. Let's see if Pablo has upgrades. You got an attack coming right here. He's got 1-0-1, and here comes another drop on Evil. Going to pull his SCVs, but he not sure if they're hotkeyed, and this will be a huge storm on him. Going to lose about, I lost about 15 or so of his SCVs, so not the worst drop for him, but still losing SCVs is a pain, especially in this position. If he gets dropped again and he loses all of his SCVs, he'll be in trouble. So a lot of tanks inside of Pablo's base. I think Evil will start using these tanks and trying to start pushing out here. Here comes another drop, really quick drop, and going to get all of Evil's SCVs here. So that's going to be a tough blow to Evil. He only has 500 minerals. He has a lot of gas though. So let's see. Looks like 2 arbiters for Kokanee here, and here's your carriers, 8 of them, and a few more on the way. This one's going to finish up right now. And here's your tanks trying to push out with the Dragoons. So both players, I think, are going to try to take over this middle. There's just so many cannons here, and I think Evil might have scanned this expo, seeing that he is going to be up against carriers. So Evil does have 4 extra command centers plus his command center, so he'll be making from 5 command centers for his SCVs. Another drop coming though, and we'll see if maybe Kokanee tries to stasis the mineral patch and the SCVs on it. That'll stop the production. Slowly busting out here. Looks like we have another drop though. Just gonna go look at this, and here comes the drop. Gonna pull the SCVs, and lost about maybe 12 or so of his SCVs. Not the biggest hit in the world, but still a blow. A couple arbiters inside of Evil's base to help him out. So I think those got built right here by his partner. Here comes your carriers on the attack, and both the Protoss and Terran are slowly building out and are busting out. And when you do bust out, you want to build some cannons, kind of like we saw with Splittergale and his partner Teal Silver in that 2 vs 2. So here comes your another drop. Gonna have to pull the SCVs here, and nothing in there. And Sword telling his partner to get the Arbiter and try to stasis the Arbiter here, so his carriers don't get stasis. Going to attack the Arbiter first. Almost get it. And this one's coming in and probably going to get a stasis off. Trying to kill. A nice stasis right there. Looks like the Protoss and Terran are busting out here nicely and getting a lot of cannons. And we'll see if maybe Kokanee will go with a huge drop to complement these carriers here. So on the attack, on the offensive, building some turrets here. So doing a really nice job. I think Pablo needs to get some more gateways in his base though. Does not have too many gateways here. Here comes your carriers, and here comes a recall, possibly gonna get stasis beautifully by Pablo. So really nice job there by Pablo. And the Protoss and Terran are slowly moving out. Look at all these tanks right here. So, and building as many cannons as they can. Another stasis is going to have to go down. Let's see, he doesn't have the energy for it at this time. So going to put that barracks over his command center. Going to lose his arbiter here. And going to go after this arbiter and as well as that arbiter. And I think as soon as this stasis ends, we might see a recall slowly pushing out here. So doing a really nice job. And I think he did lose his main. So, and there's your recall. So a recall with the carriers and Storm coming down. And Evil only with 33 SCVs. But Evil and his partner Pablo are slowly pushing out here. Does have 2-2 upgrades just finished right now. And the carriers are going to go down. And there's 4 carriers over here plus another on the way. And I think we'll see if Sword goes more for a mass. Now Pablo fully maxed out. He has 2-1-1 upgrades. And he did not lose his main. So Evil going to keep his main. So that is going to help tremendously. We got these tanks and the Dragoons slowly taking over. Here comes another recall though, and this might end the main right here. Reaver recall, so super smart move there by Kokanee. Going to take out the main of Evil. And Evil down to 34 SCVs. This is actually epic game here. So going to need these arbiters kind of help out. We got a huge massive attack on Sword here. He's got an expo over here though. So going to start making a bunch of units here. Might let this base die. Building cannons all over. Going to try to box in Kokanee here. And Sword has all the money, or Pablo has all the money in the world. So, and so does Kokanee. So smart move here to just cannon as much as you can. Here comes some help from Kokanee. And I think that Pablo might need to build some cannons inside of Evil's base. Here's some arbiters coming down, and the carriers are going to help out against these tanks. And this expo right here going to start getting used and try to double attack this. But it looks like the Protoss and Terran are slowly pushing in here. Going to lift this command center and put it right here so he can get better mineral production. And slowly working their ways in, and I'm sure Kokanee might do another Reaver recall, or he might just recall all of these units right here. Looks like that's what he's going to do right now. Does he have the state? He's waiting for 150 energy. So doing a really nice job here. You have this expo of carriers and an expo of gateways for both Sword, and Sword has this other expo. So they're really trying to push in here. We'll see if here comes a recall. This is going to be open. Gonna have to move the SCVs, which he does, and gonna take out a lot of Evil's units here. So really nice recall right there, and going to start killing Evil's base. And I think Evil is gonna have to just start using this expo down here. So both the Terran and the Protoss are going to have to start making expos. And Pablo doing a nice job cannoning as much as he can here. Needs to help out his partner. He needs to send in some of these Dragoons. He's got at least 12 to 14 Dragoons queued up here. Couple tanks just spawned. So Pablo really needs to start cannoning for his partner as well. And not only just go for the attack on the Protoss here. So all these SCVs are coming back home. There is a Zealot down there. So here's your Templar. Gonna have to kill that Templar before these SCVs get back. And maybe he's going to use an expo right here. So we'll see. But Kokanee completely boxed in here with these Nexuses. So nice job there. And these tanks on the side are going to be doing an absolute beastly job right there. And Pablo needs to keep attacking. It looks like Sword is going to try to start boxing in the Protoss now that he has this expo. So he's got 5, 8, 11 gateways on this side here. So yeah, needs to try to start boxing in. I think Pablo needs to try to either kill this, because they're not really able to kill Sword at this time. And here's a couple carriers from Sword, and here's a bunch of cannons. So good job there by Pablo building a bunch of cannons for his partner. Should also build a pylon right here with a probe and get a bunch of cannons down here just in case for a recall, because he is currently getting boxed in, and we'll see if maybe Evil's gonna have to try to help out his partner, and Pablo needs to get more gateways, or use an expo and make a bunch more gateways over here, because he does not have enough gateways to outmass this mass from Sword here. So this is 11 gateways. He only has about 9 or so. Here comes another drop. Gonna try to get the SCVs and gonna get all of his SCVs beautifully. So good storm there, and another storm coming down. Really gonna hurt Evil. Evil is super low on his money, but his partner has 17k, Kokanee at 25k, Sword at 3k. So going to move these tanks back, probably seize these up, and looks like they are going to be able to box in the Protoss here again for the second time. And now we will see if they try to take over the middle again, Kokanee and Sword. And Sword is a pretty good player for 2s. I didn't know he was this good at 2s. I haven't seen many of his games. Here comes a drop, and I haven't seen Pablo drop once on the Protoss, either Protoss. So he needs to pick up on the dropping here. Didn't drop at all for his partner. Not to bash him or anything, but he should have been dropping to help out his partner a little bit, because Sword has been having all day with his minerals, and so is Kokanee. And looks like we got a tech on the middle here. They're trying to take over the middle now, and Pablo is completely boxed in. Evil trying to get his minerals back, and this is looking pretty bad for the Protoss and the Terran. So Pablo has 3/2/2 upgrades, and some scouts were made by, I want to say, Sword, and I'm not sure where they went. And Kokanee looks like he might be going for another recall of some sort. He's got 3 arbiters plus another one here, and a big battle coming in the middle using units from this side and units from this side. Nice stasis came down, and here are 2. Doesn't have speed on his drop here, so gonna be a very late drop, and I think it's just gonna be too late, and I think Zone and Sword are going to have this one. So Sword has 3/2/3 upgrades. Here comes another recall from Kokanee, and getting that storm off instantaneously all over Evil, only at 9 SCV, so he is absolutely destroyed right now. So yeah, I think the Protosses have this one. Evil only at 33 supply. Pablo is completely boxed in here, and basically Sword has 2 bases, extra bases. So probably gonna get rid of some of these probes. And here's a drop on Sword, but it's just gonna be way too late. Not gonna be able to get it off, and they're gonna start attacking the Terran, and the Terran's gonna have to siege up. Might want to use these arbiters here to recall if he can, or not recall, stasis these units here and buy some more time, or even recall some of his units from over here into Evil's base here. That would maybe help out his partner, but a couple stasises do come down, and there is the GG. So Sword and Kokanee are going to win this one. So GG right there. Pablo needed to drop a little bit more, but Zone and Sword play this one really nicely. So really good game. Really like this game. I think Evil played this beautifully. Just unfortunate for the position here. So hope you guys like the cast. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, and I'll be doing some PvPs later tonight. I think I'll post them, or tomorrow morning. So hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Peace.